Jewish.
I affiliate myself with Christianity, but I don't go to church, so I don't know if I am a Christian or anything.
I'm an agnostic, and for me, that means that I don't have a firm belief whether or not there is a God.
So, I'm a Christian.
Sorry.
Fantastic.
Well, my grandparents converted to Christianity as they were Christians. I'm Catholic, but my parents really don't have.
I affiliate myself with Judaism, but in particular Reformed Judaism, which is a sect of the bigger picture.
Well, I'm currently agnostic, and I was agnostic about, let's see, I'm trying to become Christian because I find that it would be easier for me to deal with certain things that
I'm Unitarian, and I affiliate myself with Unitarianism.
I was raised Roman Catholic, but what do I consider myself? I guess I still consider myself Roman Catholic because I'm confirmed in the Catholic faith. However, I'm not so sure that I actually believe all of the tenets still. So I say I'm half Roman Catholic, half I don't know.
I'm Catholic, so...
I don't really affiliate myself with any religion.
I'm Presbyterian. I am Unitarian Universalist, which is a non-denominational religion. So
I was raised in a Christian home, and I guess I consider myself Christian, but I do have different views on things. Like, I believe in gay rights, and so that sort of conflicts my religion a little bit. And I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm a teenager, so I'm not really sure exactly what religion I am. But I feel that Christian beliefs are what I truly believe in. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm Christian, but I'm not saying that I'm not Christian. If you understand? Okay. Yeah.
Buddhism.
Think of myself as an agnostic.
I'm a Christian, and I believe that all Christians have the same faith, but specifically I'm Lutheran, Missouri Synod.
I don't affiliate myself with any religion. I'm not religious, I don't go to church. That's pretty much it.
I say Christianity. I'm a Catholic.
Okay, I affiliate myself with Islam.
I've been going to temple for as long as I can remember because my mom is Jewish, so she has raised me only as Jewish.
Well, my family is Christian, so when I was little, my mom would drag me along with her to church. And I don't know, I just kind of grew up in the church when I was little, but I haven't gone since I went to high school.
I went through a time in my life when a lot of bad things happened without any connection, but because of that, and I guess my father, I don't have faith.
So, I've come to my faith. I was raised in it, my parents were Christian and stuff, but I didn't really take it seriously until about last year, 2010, at a breakaway, where I sort of had the urge to actually research it even more and research Christianity to a fuller extent and compare it with other religions.
I keep to my faith because I have a feeling in me. I am always so conscious about stuff, and it's just something I believe in. It's something I see in my heart. I'm proud of it.
I was born into a Jewish family, so I started going to services from the time I was a little kid, and I attended religious school every Sunday. So faith has always been a part of my life, but I guess I really started to believe in it for myself when I became a bat mitzvah when I was 13 and started really exploring the religion for myself.
Well, I
started going to church with my friend who offered to take me after he knew that I was having a difficult time. And, well, I mean, my father died, and then that was right after my uncle died, and then my great uncle. And there have just been deaths, even my cat, in a course of 6 months. So it's been kind of difficult. My grandpa had a heart attack, and so it got me questioning things. And I figure if I come to the conclusion that I know that someone's always watching over everyone, it'll help me comfort myself more.
Well, my family is Baptist, so I just questioning Baptist.
My faith kind of comes from my family and the surroundings, like at my church. So my church is really open, so really I can believe in whatever I want to.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm Hispanic, and the majority of Roman Catholics are Hispanic because the Spaniards, you know, conquistadors, etc. So, being Hispanic, I was raised in a very Roman Catholic family. And I went to Catholic school from pre-K through 8th grade because my mom worked at a Catholic parish. She got a discount, so everything worked out there. So yeah, I was confirmed in the 8th grade. But then after I left Catholic school, I kind of stopped going to church because I would go to church every Friday because of school. And I mean, I still read and I altar serve at the church because it's something that gets me to go to church. I know that if I didn't, then I would never go to church just because I'm too lazy. But yeah, you know, not going to church anymore and then becoming friends with people who aren't Catholic kind of made me realize that there were more things out there in the Catholic faith. So then, after learning about a whole bunch of different religions like Buddhism and Islam and, I don't know, Sikhism, there are things from every religion that I agree with. So then that makes me think, is Catholic faith really one true religion or not? So I mean, I guess going from a Catholic school to a public high school made me have doubts about the Catholic faith. But yeah, I think that answers it well.
I was born Lutheran, but my parents divorced, so half of my family was Lutheran, half of it was Catholic, and I just wanted to know more about the Catholic Church, and it interested me, so I decided to get baptized into the Catholic Church.
I came to my non-faith by really my parents. I was born Lutheran, but my parents didn't really like the way the church was running, and I didn't really like going to church, and that's pretty much how I came along to not being in any form of religion.
Well, it's not that original. My parents sort of raised me as Presbyterian.
Well, my parents were Unitarian Universalist and kind of just like took me to church when I was like 2nd grade, and I just kind of like grew up in my Unitarian church, and I'm still Unitarian now.
So I was raised in a Christian home, like I said, and my whole life I was raised to believe what the Bible says, and I do, but I always have my doubts because of what others believe, and that's the problem, what I think is my problem, that I don't really have enough confidence to like have like a firm belief, because I always consider others before me, which makes my like opinion different, like especially when people like have a point or something. So that's my problem with my faith.
I became Buddhism because I was born into it because of my family, and yeah.
What led me to be an agnostic was just like everybody around my family. Like, everybody in my family is Catholic. I sort of kind of lost faith in everything because of my life, so I decided to go to the lowest as agnostic.
Okay, well, I grew up in the church, so just kind of like learning about it, and then, you know, believing from a child, and then that just kind of grew.
I never went to church, And my mom and my dad never really pushed any religion on me, so I never found one. And I don't know if I will.
Let's see. Well, I was baptized as a baby, as a Catholic. So, I mean, I've been... I was born in
So my parents are Muslim, and therefore I kind of was brought up into Islam, and I became more serious about it towards when I was 10 and things like that, and my parents put me into Quran school, so I learned more about the religion, and I started studying the Quran a lot more. So, yeah.
I participate in my youth group, and I go to temple many times a month.
I don't believe in religious practices. Like, some of them are, I think, are just like set up by the church. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. But like, I do think praying is important with my religion, or just, you know, just sitting down and thinking about it. But I don't do it. That's it.
Well, I avoid church for the most part, and I make sure early on Sunday morning I get to go to the nice buffet places before all the church crowds go in.
So daily, my religious practices consist of reading through the Bible and just praying. That's really the daily practices, but really the whole idea behind that is that you actually think about what you're reading. Weekly, every Sunday I go to church. Wow. Every Wednesday and Sunday I also go to youth group, which is awesome. I get to hang out with friends, more of a fellowship time, and study the Bible even further, even greater depth. Monthly is kind of interesting. I grew up in a Baptist church, but the church that I'm at now is the Falls Church, and we basically take communion every month there, which there's not really a set amount of time when you have to take communion, but we do it every month. Yearly, it's kind of the same as far as daily and weekly, but I guess I could go into holidays like Christmas and Easter, but most people already know about that.
Every day I pray. I always make plans sometimes, but like yearly, like now I'm doing Lent, giving up something and following what I'm supposed to. I have gone through the sacraments, all of them except for marriage, it's just something, it becomes a natural. I don't really have to commit it. I have like two Bibles in my room. I have an app with the Bible. Yes, I go to church too on Sundays. Well, I haven't been going lately because my parents don't have time to take me to.
Well, in terms of practicing my religion personally, I certainly attend services for the two major Jewish holidays every year, Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah. But I also celebrate other holidays like Hanukkah, and my family does a Seder for Passover. But Judaism is really big into community, so I work as a TA for a second grade religious school class every Sunday, and I'm a secretary at my temple on Sunday nights. So I guess you could technically say weekly is kind of how often I practice my religion.
Well, I have a really, really mixed race family, so everyone kind of has their own religion in a way. So I usually celebrate Ramadan with my grandpa, so we fast together, but I'm not Muslim, but he's the only one in the house who does. And then we spend Easter in like 5 different ways. It's ridiculous, but it's really fun. And I go to church every week now. On Sunday for about 4 hours. I go to youth group afterwards too.